Since the NBA began in 1946, the most important person on the floor was always the big man.
The difference is spelled M-I-K-A-N, a prolific point scorer with fabulous finesse.
Between 1951 and 1988, only the 1975 Warriors won an NBA championship without a Hall of Famer on the low block. The big man stood tall and was a terrifying presence in the paint. Now, the big man is terrifying for a different reason. Today, you're just as likely to find the big man on the three-point line as the low block. The game has evolved. The big man, as we know it, is gone.
Oh my goodness, Jokic, wow.
To find out what happened, I headed to the place that produced some of the game's greatest bigs. And guest on my show, Georgetown. Dikembe Mutombo.
Blocked by Mutombo.
Alonzo Mourning.
Alonzo with his second bucket.
And Patrick Ewing were all Hoyas.
Send it in, Patrick.
Now, Patrick Ewing is Georgetown's head coach. Before he traded in his high tops for a clipboard, Patrick was the most dominant big in the land, leading the Hoyas to the NCAA Finals 3 times and winning a national championship in 1984.
Ewing with 10 points, 9 rebounds, 3 block shots, and a very unselfish game.
With the Knicks, he dominated the paint, making 11 All-Star teams and leading New York to 2 finals appearances.
The New York Knicks headed to the NBA Finals.
But now, a dominant big man that makes his living in the post is nowhere to be found. You're watching the games now. Could you imagine there's no big on the floor? Or that big now is what we call a stretch 5.
Right. Yeah, I guess it's positionless basketball, but there's nothing that says the 5-man or the center. So, yes, it irks me. It pisses me off. I don't really feel good when you turn the All-Star game on and there's no slot for a center.
It is blank of the NBA to remove centers from the All-Star ballots.
It's acknowledging they're not enough traditional centers back to the basket centers.
That's right.
Everybody wants to be a power forward.
It's evolutionary because the position's evolving, and the category ought to evolve, and that's what it's doing to front court.
We're trying to figure out who killed the big man. Bam. Larry O'Brien implementing the three-point line into the game. Do you think that had something to do with it?
No, I don't think that, because even in my era, the three-point line was there.
Early threw it away. 1 second. Ewing. Gotta know something when that happens. That's an open.
So what do you think about Mr. Mark Cuban? Hand checking, and he wanted freedom of movement.
He's probably part of it. He had Dirk, people being physical with Dirk, so he wanted to make sure that he was able to succeed.
At Georgetown, Pat wants to make the big man all-powerful again.
We got 7 seconds, 7 offensive rebounds. We are not rebounding.
We are one of the few schools that play traditional bigs. And,
I wonder why.
And you have to make sure that you get down in the block and punish them, or I'm gonna have to change my lineup and go small as well.
Then spread pick and roll. Either he's gonna be open, which he is.
Well, teach me. Let's go back to this.
Yeah, I'll be happy to.
Let's do it. All right.
I'll be happy to.
Here we go. I'm going to bring back.
Oh, you bring back the wristbands?
Yeah.
Well, those are too small, by the way.
I know for you, because yours were like, I need about 5 or 6 of those things, yeah. Did you wear these for the simple fact of that you would literally leave puddles around the court?
Yes, to wipe my sweat, because I did sweat a lot. And also, when I dunk so hard. If I didn't have it on, my arm would be all swollen.
Ewing putting the move on Longley.
This was a staple.
You even got the knee pads.
Wait a minute. Yes. We have my Patrick Ewing starter set here. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. If you're going to learn it the right way, So, I'm going to...
You got to wipe the sweat up.
Patrick's dunks were spectacular, but he made a living from 15 feet, and he was willing to coach me up on his signature move.
They have not found a way to stop Patrick Ewing.
In your era, you were shooting over,
other bigger people.
Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell and...
I'm old, but I'm not that old. Come on now.
Will. Come on, Vince.
Sometimes I was a young pup back then in those days.
Okay, my bad. But still, you were shooting over...
Bigger guys. I'm going against David. I'm going against Paris. Right.
Pat's turnaround jumper gave opposing centers fits. If he had you on his back, you did not stand a chance.
Here is Ewing. Yes.
This is a move that I would drill night in, night out. I could do it in my sleep. You create contact to get the space. I'll bump them all, and then, you know, spin, get up.
Bump. There we go. There we go.
There you go.
Pat's rival, Akeem Olajuwon, had the dream shake.
Oh, man. You got a camera?
Look, Akeem is special.
Spinning on the baseline. Oh, I put him in the popcorn machine.
He's hit me with a lot of these moves as well. The best footwork of any bigs that I've ever played against. So, you know, you post up, back him down, and once he gets there, you know, fake left, fake right, and then whichever way he feels your body going, that's the way he's going to turn.
Dream shake, dream shake. Oh, yes, that's nice.
Yep. Sometimes he'll do it and then step through.
Oh, nice big move underneath by Akeem.
You're a pretty good coach. Maybe
Pretty
you can
cool.
recruit me.
Alma mater.
I still got a year eligibility.
Hey, look, I need you. Come on. I think you're ready to step out there and be a big man.
Me? A big man? Doesn't sound right. I sought out an old teammate in Dallas who brought artistry to the position. Dirk Nowitzki was the poster child for a big man renaissance.
We're going to see you back here in the NBA, maybe another Detlef Schrempf someday?
Oh, I hope so, you know. I don't know yet.
Before Dirk's arrival, 7-footers rarely shot threes. The most in the season was 49 by Arvydas Sabonis. In his second year, Dirk hit 116. So the traditional big man disappeared. Do you consider yourself the culprit?
It's actually funny. I had a lot of youth coaches came up to me like, you ruined our kids. They all just want to run around and shoot threes.
So what was the role of the big man when you first entered the league?
The big man usually played around the basket. You know, Charles used to back down for like 10 seconds, 3 up fakes.
It's a totally different style of basketball over here. I'm still not used to it.
Basketball started to change. They put in the zone, more freedom of movement, more pick and roll, more passing game. 3 points obviously counts more than the grinding too.
5 seconds, Dirk for 3.
And so that kind of played right in my hands.
In 1998, when I was drafted 5th, Dallas found themselves a generational big 4 picks later. At the time, traditional bigs were still all the rage. Michael Olowokandi, Rafe LaFrentz, and Robert Tractor Trailer all went ahead of Dirk.
Well, you know, there were some European bigs that I obviously watched. It was Detlef Schrempf, who had an amazing career. He was 6th man of the year 1 year, and was German, and so I followed his career pretty close.
Rex Chapman with the right hand. Turning baseline, the fall-away jumper. Got it!
Tony Kukoc was a big guy who can move, who can shoot, who can handle.
Pump fake, fire, score!
There were some big guys who could shoot, but I feel like now it's the norm. As a 4, you definitely have to shoot. And as a 5 now, you can bring the ball up, you pass.
Thread the needle, baby! Nikola Jokic.
You can pick and pop.
He's a threat at all times on the offensive end.
So I feel like the skill level of the bigs has just improved tremendously.
In 2011, LeBron said your one-leg fadeaway was the second toughest move in NBA history next to Kareem's skyhook.
Oof.
Explain the move.
Well, that's, first of all, an honor. The key was really, if he's right on me, I had to get a little separation. So I would just bump him a little bit with my right, and at the same time, with that foot, I would push away. And then I created this little separation where you're not long enough. There's no way up. I'd lift my leg up. After the bump, I step back, I lift my leg up, and just shoot. At 7 feet, I felt like I can always get a fadeaway off.
Nowitzki fading. What a tough shot.
One-legged fadeaway. You're talking degree of difficulty of 11 on a scale of 1 to 10.
If they were guarding you, our thing, as you know, was to get into you because of that, not to give you space. So when you bump us, we're going here as you're stepping away. There's nothing we can do. Like, you can't go from here
off a little bit
and jump that way. Impossible.
Because then if I just pump and you're already committed, then I'll jump into you and it's a foul.
Oh, shot, yes, and the foul.
even though you blocked my fadeaway once, but you had to time it perfect.